Right, hello, welcome back everyone. We're back in the log cabin and today we've got the TZR engine out. So what I want to do now is I want to get it all cleaned down, strip down all the grease and gunk off it, and hopefully we can then get it ready for a bit of paint. So let's get started with the clean. Right then, so I'll just give you a little look around it. As you can see, it's full of crap in there. We'll remove this sprocket, we'll get that off so we can get all the crap from behind there. And I just want to get all this stuff cleaned up. And as you can see, it's not too bad, but it just wants to freshen up. So once we've got it stripped down, degreased, we can check seals on it and all that, because I'm not sure if we need a new seal down. I'm not sure if that's leaking. There's a bit of seepage there, so I need to assess that when it's cleaned up. So let me just get the cleaning stuff out and we'll get started. So what I'm going to do first is just undo these two 10mm bolts. There's one, and there's the second, and that will just allow us to line that up there, and then we should be able to pull that sprocket off just like that. So the teeth on that sprocket don't actually look too bad, so we might get away with that, giving it a clean up and have a look at it. I say they don't look too bad, so we'll have a look at that when we come back to it. I'm just going to put these back in there. And as I've said in previous videos, I always like to put the bits back just together where they come from, so everything's together that comes from wherever it comes from. So then what I need to do is get a pair of pliers. These grips might do. And I'm just going to pull this spring back, and that will release over that little clip, and then we can take that out. That looks all right. See, with that out, I can clean this top half off now, and that can have a grease paint. And I will just bung this up with a bung that we have, and I just like to use these little bungs here that my dad has for the powder coating. They just sit nicely in the hole. That's going to stop anything going in there. We'll just take this off. So then we just prise this up. Just get a couple of flat bladed screwdrivers under there. Just go easy with it because you don't want to break it. Just come from side to side. There we go. And all these bits can be cleaned up. So you just remember how these bits go in. And again, I will plug that. So that's that bit done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give that a bit of a spray down. I've got my G101 that I had from the scooter clean the other day, so I'll use this because it's already mixed up. I'm just going to give this a bit of a dousing in with this G101. And I've just got myself a brush now just to agitate this dirt. Right, as you can see then, I've cleaned the engine down now. I have masked up a few bits. I'm just going to give it a bit of high temperature silver paint. And we'll see how many coats it needs. I'll probably give it a couple, but I'm only going to be doing the top half first. Then I'm going to have to let that dry, and then I'll continue with the underneath. So let's get a coat of this on now. Right then, as you can see, that's just had one like covering now. It doesn't look too bad, and you've got to remember the side casings on it like a gunmetal grey, so it should set it off really nice with the two-tone effect on it. So I'm going to leave that to dry now, and then I'll get another second coat on it, and then hopefully we can get the bottom bit done, and then it's just a matter of tidying the side cases up, get them repainted, get them back on. Let me just get the heat gun and I'll just dry this off and give it a helping hand, and I'll come back to you. Right then, so welcome back. As you can see, I give it all the paint now, and I did paint these little parts. And just remember, your spring lug just goes over the top there. This will only drop in one way, and it should sit about that angle somewhere. There we go. So let me just get my grips, and then I can pull that spring back down there. Just seat that down there, and that's that back on now, all fully operating. That was a bit seized, that bit, but I've freed it up, give it a good sandblast, freed everything out, and just give it a lick of paint to stop it from rusting. So what else we got to put back in here? So what else we've got is we've got the front sprocket to go back on. Sits over there like that. Then you've got your front base plate, and there it goes just like that. And you've got your screws there. I did give this just a little lick of paint because I didn't want it to get no surface rust with it being sandblasted. So we'll just wind them in. So just, you've got to go too mad with these. That'll do that, lovely. So that's all back on as it should be. Happy days. And then we've just got this to drop back in here and just make sure that lines up. It should have a little slot to sit in, and then that just sits there like that. And you just want to give that a little tap. Where's that? Just be careful with that. That's that. I'm just going to give this bolt a quick sandblast and paint, and I'll be back with you. So we'll just drop this bolt in here. And that's that. You ain't got to go crazy with that. So I'll just give you a quick little look around the engine at where we stand now. I'm just going to clean this shaft up as well. It's just a bit of surface rust on there, but I want to get that all done. So this is the main part of the engine. It doesn't look too bad. What I'm going to probably do now is I might go get the side cases and see if we can get them stripped down and get them ready to come back on. So right then, so I've got the side casings here, and this is the original colour, and as you can see from this one that we powder coated, it's totally different. That one's got a mottled effect on it, and this is like a smooth finish, and that's like hammered finish. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this up, get all this crap out of here, give it a clean down, give that a scotch, and what I'm going to do, I'm taking this off, I'm going to put some paint stripper on this. We use power strip, so I'm going to douse that in some power strip, because you can't sandblast this, it'll take forever. Look, I've just done a little bit to show you, and as you can see, that probably took about a couple of minutes, but a couple of minutes, you think that would probably take me a good half an hour, that. So I'm just going to use a bit of power strip on it, and that should get that off in no time. I will drop that in there, and I will cover that in a bit of stripper, and while that's doing its work, we'll get this one all prepped up, ready for some paint. So let me just get the paint stripper and we'll cover that. And it's pretty good, this stuff, it don't take too long to start working, so we'll get that done. I don't know if we'll get this bit done in this video, but I will get the other side casing prepped and painted, so you'll hopefully get to see what it's going to finish like. This might have to be done off camera, and I'll show you at a later date what this one's turned out like, but it's going to be the same as the other side, because we can't get right around the sides here, so we're going to have to do what we can see at the minute, and then we'll come back and flip it over so we can get around the edges done. Right then, so we're going to leave that just to do its magic. And then what we're going to do now is I'm just going to give this a thorough clean down. Let's say I want to get all this grease and crap off of it. It's full of grease in there from the chain when it was on there. Let's get this all degreased and we'll give it a bit of paint. So bear with me while I just give this a clean. Right, welcome back everyone. The last bit of video you would have seen me do was painting this up, and I've got another tin of this paint again, and as you would have seen in my last video when I was painting the cylinder, the tin was useless. I had 2 tins and I sent them both back and they've sent me out another 2, and this time what I actually done, I heated the bottle up in some warm water. I even heated it with the air gun just to get it warm. I shook it for a good, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and as you saw in that video, it was going on and then it automatically just stopped again. There is good compression in this bottle because I did actually stick a screw in it and it shot straight out. So there is good, there's not nothing about there being enough air compression in there. It is something to do with these caps, and I've put another one on and it done the same thing again. This is off a different branded bottle. It's done about 2 or 3 squirts and it gave up. So I did manage to get a full coat on this, but what it done is it wasn't working. I was just wiggling it side to side and it actually just jammed on. So I did actually put a bit of a thicker coat on than I wanted to because it was just constantly spraying, and it hasn't given me a nice finish. It looks, I don't know if you can see that if the camera's picking it up, but it's just a bit mottly. I mean, I did manage to get a full cover on it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another brand of this high temperature paint because it's just no good, that brand. There's something wrong with the bottles, the tops on them or something, with the spray mechanism. There's just something wrong with them basically. At the end of the day, I've tried warming the cans up. It's just a bad batch, I'd say. So, and I've managed to get these stripped down, as you see, while I was messing about with that, and I thought I'd come off that for a bit because it was getting on my tits. So I come over here and strip the paint powder coat off. It come off really easy. I used a wire brush, a little toothbrush thing. It all scraped off lovely. I put it in the parts washer, cleaned it up, and I've just put a base coat primer on it just to get it ready for when I do eventually get some new silver paint. So I'm going to leave it here for this video. I can't do no more. I can't do no silver painting, and it's a bit annoying really. So yeah, I'll just quickly bring you around and show you. So as you can see, there's the base coat on it. It's come out really good. And just bring you back over here, and as you can see, there's the engine there. So this is the sort of effect we're going to be getting. You've got that there, then you've got the cylinder that will be in the same grey as well. So it's what they originally was like. That's a bit more silver than I'd have liked that. So I'm going to leave it here for this little video. Sorry it's a short one, but things don't go to plan, and I'm going to leave it here, and until next time, we'll see you about.